Let's go to Asim, who's a Man United fan and a Moroccan fan. Right, Asim?
Asim?
Hiya.
How are you? You good?
I'm good, thank you. Yourselves?
Yeah, really
No,
good,
not
mate.
that great, Asim,
Well,
actually. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, matey.
Yeah, he's all right. We'll get through it.
Yeah, we welcome you anyway. Go on, matey.
No, I just wanted to say how proud I am of the Moroccan side and what they've done. I feel like the way that they've represented not only their country, not only the Arab world, the African nation, also the Muslim world as well.
Mm-hmm.
The way in which they've, shown the respect for the parents, respect for their opponents. I feel it's been, a really impressive way of showing. I mean, I'm a Muslim, so it was, really beautiful to see the way in which they're showing the beauty of Islam on such a public stage.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of the way that they've played their football as well.
Yeah, I think coming into the tournament, Asim, no one really would have put Morocco anywhere near it in terms of a side. But just the kind of the passion that they've shown and the energy and that never say die attitude and that will to win, that have been a breath of fresh air.
Exactly, and I think, I lived in Morocco for a short period of time, and I think that comes through in the way in which the people are as well. They're very sort of, they're very hospitable people, but they're also, really, their character's impressive. The way in which they operate about their business, and it shows in their football, and in especially now in the way that they lost gracefully. They didn't sort of give up towards the end. They carried on fighting towards the end, and I think that was really, really impressive to see that they never backed down from a challenge. Yeah, which I think was really impressive.
Yeah, can I ask you a question? Did you ever see this? I mean, for me, this is a completely bolt out the blue. If you got out the group, I thought, what an achievement, right? But did you genuinely, honestly think this was achievable, or has it shocked you as well? I
mean, I thought they were going to lose to Spain, but they won. Thought they were going to get battered by Portugal. I thought they'd. Then I suppose the belief started setting in. I thought, right, they're going to go all the way now. But obviously, France are France. They're not world champions for nothing.
No, it's true.
Yeah. And they prove why they're world champions.
They rode their luck, though. Got to say, they rode their luck a little bit.
Absolutely,
absolutely. You can be very proud. Listen, well done.
Thanks, Nicole. Appreciate it, top man. Have you ever been to Morocco?
I have.
Is it nice?
Marrakesh, beautiful.
It's beautiful, right?
Beautiful.
Watching this World Cup's actually made me want to go to Morocco.
Yeah, it's beautiful, mate. Get yourself down. A nice little Riyadh. Going to the souk.
Yeah, I might give it a try.
Give it, mate. It's not far. It doesn't take long. 4.5 hours, something like that, I think.
Yeah, definitely. That might be one for.
There you go, matey. Yeah, I think some of the establishments is a bit different than what you had in Tenerife. Just bear that in mind, all right?
Let's go to Joe, who's a Spurs fan. All right, Joe.
Joe.
Oh, hello. Am I on?
You
are on, Joe. Go on. What do you want to say?
Oh, hello. Good evening. Thanks for having me on. First of all, I do agree with the last guy. Well done, Morocco, in this World Cup. I went there a few times many years ago, and they took me to play five-a-side one morning. Anyway, that's not what I was going to say. What I was going to say is my player that I'd like Spurs to buy from this World Cup is James Maddison.
He's impressed you, has he?
He's impressed me all season. I don't want to go on about what's happened previously.
What about the World Cup? I mean, he's been different class, hasn't he, to be honest?
He's been different class.
He's
been very patient and very gracious for not being selected. I know that Gareth has united the squad and united the country, and he's a very nice man. But I think he is too cautious, and I think a lot of the media are too afraid to say it. I'm 48, and in my life, this is the most creative squad of players that I can remember England having, and I can't believe that we're not exploiting James Maddison or Jack Grealish in the England team. So I know that's not the subject of the calls tonight, but I just did want to say that, and thanks for listening.
No, but it's interesting because we were talking about what England. So the way that France play a 4-2-3-1 formation, right? And we were talking about what Giroud does differently to what Kane does. Giroud stays high. Giroud will occupy two. What Kane does? Kane wants to go into the area where Maddison can perform. Where if they do play at number 10, Foden would want to be. So Kane would have to change the way he plays. You can also play 4-3-3 with one of the midfielders kind of arriving in there, or being a number 10 in possession. But I don't know where
it would be really interesting to see how we set up in the Euros in 18 months, don't you think?
Well, there's a lot that's going to happen between now and then. Maddison deserved to be on the trip. It was always going to be difficult for him to get into this team, wasn't it? Because actually, I thought we played well group stages. USA game aside, we got better and better. The team he picked for the France game, most people would have picked that team.
Yes.
Most people would have picked it.
Of course.
What people would have done is make changes earlier when the game was in the balance, where it looked like we were on top. Can we go on and take the game away from France?
What I've noticed, though, Jason, this World Cup, and one thing I've seen is in international football, pace scares teams. You know, like Mbappe, he hasn't been great in the last 2 games, but every time he gets the ball, he scares defenders. And I think that's one thing maybe we've lacked a little bit, England, in the World Cup. Kane hasn't really got pace. Foden, you wouldn't say he's blistering. Saka is good, he's direct. Saka's got pace. But then you look at the rest of the side, apart from Kyle Walker, we're not kind of blessed with loads of pace, are we?
Well, you need pace with quality as well, don't you? I mean, that's when. But Sterling is that man for pace.
He's going to the Euros. I'd like us to just be quick. I want a quick side. Yeah. Like Rashford. Can Rashford come to the fore and play as a number 9 and be that
Kane?
guy?
So Kane's for 18 months. Kane will be there. You're not dropping Kane. That's the problem. You've got. How do you get? If you want that, that's fine. But Kane will have to be an out and out number 9.
Henderson's not going to make the Euros, is he?
No, probably not. I mean, you've got Calvin Phillips that will. Picked up an injury.
For me, I've said it the whole tournament. I think Rashford needed to play more. I think he's got the pace, he's got the quality. I would move Foden inside and play him with Bellingham and Rice. That's what I would do. And then it gives you pace with Saka and Rashford. And then Kane, if he's there in 18 months, which he probably will be, is the focal point for the side. But I just think if there's one thing that England need going into the next major tournament is more pace. There's too much playing in front of teams, too much pass sideways, not enough getting in behind teams and making it happen. That's where I think going into the big Euros and the next World Cup, that's what I think we got to change. Let's go to Gary, who's a Liverpool fan. Gary.
Hey boys, you okay?
Yeah, good. Gary, how are you?
Not too bad. I want to touch on the first of all, where buys after the World Cup, and when we bought Phil Babb.
Yes. Okay. Where was he at Coventry, Phil Babb, at the time?
I think he was, actually. Next to Paul McGrath. I reckon I could have done a job there. Right. Now, it was the worst purchase ever.
That's harsh. That's harsh. Phil Babb. That's harsh.
Phil Babb, he wasn't a bad player. Phil Babb was all right.
His name was Phil Babb.
That's harsh, He was no, I mean, listen... Go on.
He couldn't kick it Ollie down Brownlow Hill, but he had pace. That was about it. But listen, getting back to what he called Morocco, right? Just said before about showing respect to the opponents. I don't think they did. I thought the other way. I don't think they had any fear. I thought they were great. They just went in there and played their own game. They were very disciplined, very organised. And, the fans were getting passionate as they were going on throughout the tournament. They never lost themselves. They kept doing what they were good at.
And technically, they're a good team. They pass and move the ball well. This is not. They're not just a team that sits deep and denies space between the midfield and the back four, or back 5 as they started. But because Saif went off injured, they had to go to a 4. They carry a threat, as you saw second half. I mean, in the end, they kind of run out of ideas a little bit. There's a couple of balls that went from the right and the left. They were getting good joy actually down both flanks, which I think Argentina will get.
Good joy.
Getting a lot of joy.
I would have that Amrabat is a lad in the middle.
Yeah.
I'd have him at Liverpool all day.
Yeah.
All day. Just breaking up.
Gary, I mean, I've asked that question, and Liverpool are definitely going to be needing to get reinforcements in January to get back amongst it. Who would be the one player that you would take? I mean, Bellingham surely's got to be the guy. If you can get him.
I'd say, my opinion on Bellingham is that he's either already signed or we're not getting him at all. There's no in between. I think that they might have been, because bear in mind he's 19, isn't he? So his next deal is going to be equally as large as this one. Let's get it right, But if the fella saying now before I said about Maddison, I was laughing about not even getting the game. Influence, it's what you can do on the pitch. And if you turn around to me and saying, out of all the players who've played in the tournament, and you laugh at this because I liked him before he went, Giroud. He's a plan B. No, for Liverpool, I'd have bit your hands off for Liverpool's plan B.
You got Firmino.
Yeah. Bobby's great. But listen, I'm made up. Bobby's had a little bit of a quiet 12 months, if you like, because no one's going to come in for him. Imagine if Bobby on the bench for come on as an impact player. Great. But I would definitely, I would have taught Giroud.
No, he's in the twilight of his career, the boy. I mean, he's very close to picking up another win as well. I mean, this World Cup, he's had far more of an input because he won a World Cup without having a shot on target last time. Now he's very different.
He's had a big say, and he has been different class, to be fair.